Recording.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man.
Over here.
H2O on this bitch.
You're E.
Fourth,
you know this.
Motherfucking legend.
the fourth artist of the month. We can't even.
Hey.
You broke the list. You broke the
Oh
list.
shit. Oh shit.
It was
Breaking
only
records out here like vinyls.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
only
shit.
me, so
Hey,
you did your thing.
Top tier.
I appreciate that, bro.
Oh hell yeah. The fans appreciate you, bro, because like we don't pick it. Me and him, we don't pick the top artists of the month. Motherfuckers come on the website, they look at your artist profile, they jump in the gallery and they listen to your shit, and they say this motherfucker's nice.
It's up to the people.
So you know what I'm saying? So like that's what make it even better. Like it really ain't us.
Damn.
We just control
Got me feeling like the people's champion shit. I fuck
Right,
with
that's
that.
hey.
Fuck with that,
You supposed to, bro. You supposed to.
Hell yeah, man.
For the people to decide. Hell yeah.
It's for the people to decide. That's the best thing about the underground. It's all
Okay.
no money, none of that other shit, none of that fancy shit matters. It's all about
Real shit. I mean, that's what it's for at the end of the day, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really, like, I granted, at the end of the day, of course, like, I make the music for myself, like, based off how I feel and what I'm feeling at that moment. But at the end of the day, it's all for the people to interpret. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people gonna love it, some people gonna hate it, some people gonna like it, some people gonna not gonna like it. But at the end of the day, it's all about how you interpret the art for real. Like, if you, like, I don't really have, like, I guess, like, specific things. Granted, there are, like, big subject matters that I want to talk about, but at the end of the day, it's all about how I feel and if you feel the same way or not. Basically it.
Exactly. Right. Pulling the nigga into your realm and shit in a sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. But we always started off though with your name. So how did you get your name? How you come with H2O?
Dog. I haven't explained this story in a minute. So when I was younger, I was at this summer camp, like over in Walnut Hills, called what was it? It was a Bush Community Center and shit. Okay. And there was this summer camp leader called, his name was Kenny Cook, but he was also a street ball player and he went by the name H2O. And I thought that shit was so tight. Nigga, like, bruh, like hands down, like when I was a kid, like I thought that nigga was the shit. Like I was like, bruh, this nigga, he was hot saucing niggas, all that shit. Like straight up, bro. Like I seen it with my own two eyes. I'm like, yo, this nigga is cold. So, so like, he had it on. I remember I seen him leaving, and he had it like like I said, his name, that was his street ball name. He had it on his license plate, all that shit. You know. And I was just like, dog, that's so fucking tight. Like that's super tight. And I went up to him and I told him like, and he just always fucked with me as a kid because I was always the one around, just hype as fucking shit. Like I was always hooping when he was hooping. Right. So he was like, shit. Like I could pass. Like he basically was passing the torch to a nigga, and I just thought that was so tight. Right. And like, and that's the one story. That's the first story. Two, like I like as time went on, I couldn't really find another name. Like you know how niggas back in the day, like early 2000s, was putting little in front of their name. Like niggas is like, I'm like. I already knew in my head that shit was not going to fly. Like, no. So I was like, so I kept the name, and over time, like, it just started to stick. Because as people started to hear the name, they started to hear the music. So once they heard the music and tied the name together, it was like, oh, this shit, it makes sense. So I just kept it from there on out. Like I forgot what my other rap name was. I think it was like some shit from a cartoon. I can't even really think of it right now, but yeah, man. Like I just always stuck with it because even like as time went on, like when I started to before I was with a group when I first started rapping, but after that, like as time went on, like I said, everybody just stuck with it. So. Okay, man.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it do fit you, man. It do fit you. Like I said, it's just water. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's quality.
And it, like the way I be telling everybody, it's just like the way I tie it into my music is just like everybody need water, everybody need to stay hydrated. So you know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, anytime you listen to my music, it's hydration.
Right. Right. I agree.
Big fact.
It's an earth tone kind of vibe.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't think of that. I ain't think of that. Yeah. That is.
Hell yeah.
So how long have you been rapping though?
I took it serious, I want to say in 2012. Like I said, I was in a group called Hometown Heroes with two other people. Okay. Shout out to Taj B, shout out to my homie Haj Ali. We was really like consistent with it. And then after a while, like stuff started happening. Like I was trying to get a job at the time. On top of that, I didn't have a car.
Right.
So it was kind of hard with communication and transportation at the time. But after that, like as time went on, everything just started to like disconnect. And everybody just started going their separate ways because we all used to work together, but then the job closed down and we all, like I said, went our separate ways, found other jobs. But around that time, like I was just like in a situation where I felt I could still like do music, but I just didn't know how to get it out there. So every day I was just writing until I took it upon myself to just do the stuff myself. Really, like I always felt like when it came to the music, I always had to depend on somebody else. And I hated feeling like that because I really wanted to do this music shit, you know what I'm saying? Like every time I write something, I look at it and I'm like, yo, this would be crazy if I recorded this. That's like exactly how everybody feel, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, yo, this would be crazy if I recorded this shit, put this shit out. Like I know people will fuck with this. Cause I even around that time I was showing people like, yo, they like, yo, you need to record it, da 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 da. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. Like just start. So I took the initiative upon myself to just go ahead and do it. Like, yeah, that's when it just clicked in my head, like, yo, I can really do this shit.
Right. And that be the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? The startup, like, you know what I'm saying? The actual belief that motherfucking, like, bro.
Yeah, man. And I tell people that a lot. Like, it's just like, you gotta, if don't nobody else believe in it, somebody got to. And that first person might as well be you know what I'm saying? Like, I dealt with it a lot during that time just because it's just like, all right, well, what if I ain't got the money for it? Or what if I don't make time for it? It's just like, nah, fuck that. Just like now you just got to get to it because it was. And then I start seeing people around me trying to do the same thing. It's just like, all right, if they can do it, I gotta give it a shot. So
exactly, I agree.
Yeah,
man. For sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember you working with Wonder. Yeah, with that project. It was Black and Gray. I forgot the name of it off the top.
I think I know what you're talking about. I want to say it was Wasting Time. If you're talking about the project, it was Wasting Time. But that was when Wonder, shout out to Wonder though. He had just started making beats. And he was just like, yo, like, shit, he was like, yo, if you about to start this music shit, then I just started producing. Like, I just got this laptop. I just got Fruity Loops. Let's get to it. Right. And then ever since then, the rest is history. Like, he really, like, put that battery in my back. Like, I've known him since I was a child, but he really, when it came to the music, he really put that battery in my back and was just like, yo, like, I know you can do this. Like, I've seen you write some shit down. I've seen you rap to people. I've seen you rap verses since we was kids. So it's just like, now we sitting on an opportunity right now. And then once that happened, like, we literally end up making shit for my first mixtape called Wasting Time. Then after that, we ended up making cartoons, which was really like one of our biggest, like, I feel like was one of our biggest projects because it really showed niggas like, yo, we really ready for this shit.
Right. Yeah.
Hell yeah. So yeah, that's my nigga, man. Shout out to Wonder.
Shout out to you.
That was a dope project for sure.
Yeah, I ain't really check it out. Yeah, I ain't really check. I heard a couple tunes on it. I heard a couple songs on it. That's how that's how I heard of you through Rmata. Hey. So yeah, so then I was like, I was hooked. So now I'm like, oh hell, I gotta hit him up.
Like me and Rmata been going back and forth. Like he had hit me up like one time about like one of the songs off a project. I think it was like Zaylist or whatever. And he was really fucking with it. So like anytime like he would drop something or I would drop something, we'd just be going back and forth with the shit. Right. So when Zaylist dropped, like he hit me up like, dog. I was like, yo. I was like really like that, like granted, like I really like cartoons as a project, that's like my baby. But like Zaylist was really like a turning point for me just because of it really showed the progression as far as like quality, as far as like production, lyrics, all that shit. So like when I dropped it, I didn't really think too much of it. I'm just like, all right, I'm just get it to the people. Right. And they do what they will with it. So once I got feedback from it, everybody was like, dog, like this is really good.
Right.
Like it's really good. Like again, I'm not thinking nothing of it because I just make, like, anytime I really make music, as soon as I make it, I'm done with it and then I'm on to the next shit. So anytime I hear shit like, yo, like this shit is really good, I still take, like, I don't take it for granted, but it's just like, shit, like I done heard this like 50 times already.
Exactly.
Like I done heard this song like 100 times.
My ears getting old this shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like it gets to a point, it's just like, I done heard this way too much. I want to make some new shit now for you to hear. So
Exactly. I be the same way. That's how I be too. Cause you know, as an artist, you creating it, so you know, listen to the same beat, you know, heard that
Absolutely.
same hook.
Absolutely.
So yeah, you know, practice that same verse. Like you know, nigga, I done
Bruh, the cadence, like all that shit. Like I like again, like I'm never mad at it, but it's just damn, bro. I wish you could hear this next shit though. Like literally, the one time I remember some person like hit me up, or no, we was having a conversation. As we were having a conversation, I was in the middle of making another song. I'm like, I appreciate this.
Right.
But I have something else that you really might want to hear. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like that's just how I like. I just love trying to stay hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure I stay motivated, stay inspired.
Right. That's the key.
Mm-hmm.
That's what keeps you creative, what keeps you talented for sure. That's the elevation.
Absolutely, yeah. That shit keep you going for real.
Right. So you more so like you really like when motherfuckers engage to your music, or you really like when motherfuckers like kind of, you know what I'm saying, like say this the best thing you ever done? Like, are you like more happy they related to it, or you know what I'm saying?
I'm just more so, again, like I love to hear people's interpretation of my music because everybody has a different perspective. Like, which is so crazy. Like, it's crazy that we like talking about this because, for example, like Cole just dropped a new song, right?
Yeah.
Snow on the Bluff. Shit's going crazy. Shit's going crazy because people don't respect his perspective or feel like his perspective was ignorant or negative, when really it was just saying how he felt. And a lot of times people get uncomfortable just because people don't have the same views, and that's okay. Like I don't mind you not agreeing with my song, or I don't mind you not liking my song.
Right.
I just fuck with the fact that you listen to it. If I'm being 100 for real, because like there was times where niggas didn't even really listen to it. They'll you know what I'm saying, they'll hear it and then they'll unhear it. Like mainly what I'm saying, like they'll listen to it for like 30 seconds and then move on to the next. So for me, like however you listen to it or however you interpret it or however it makes you feel, cool. Like we can even have discussions about it. I like to sit down and talk with people about like what they felt during the song. Like one friend, he literally told me like, yo, I think it was a song on Cartoons. It was called Intermission. And at the end of it, I think I was like, in other news, what's the chance of, I forgot my own fucking lyrics. But it was so long ago. It was basically talking about like riots and how and injustice and shit like that. Right. And that shit was like 2 years ago and it's still being talked about now. Exactly. So it's just like it's all coming full circle for real, you know what I'm saying? So I really like to engage with people when it comes to my music for real, just to see where their mind is at. You know what I'm saying?
Right. See where they feel about your shit.
Yeah, man. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
And you know what I'm saying? I was just talking with the other guy about that. Who was that? We were talking about it. Devon. We was just talking about that and how, like, you know, some people nowadays they feel like they have to kind of constructive criticize somebody when it's just like, dude, it's art. Like you supposed to naturally just either accept it or don't accept it. You don't have to criticize it. Hey, you could have made this better. Like, how you gonna tell me how I should talk about my life?
I don't mind constructive criticism, but it's a difference between giving constructive criticism and giving negative feedback.
Exactly.
So my thing is, like, if you don't like something, cool. Tell me why you don't like it. Exactly. You can't tell me, if you can't tell me why you don't like it, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, that's literally how I feel about it at the end of the day. Because it's just like, now you're not telling me why you don't like it. You don't even have a reason as to why you don't like it. So now we can't even further the conversation because at that point you being negative. If you say you don't like it because of the lyrics or you don't like it because of the production, okay, cool. Now tell me what about the production or lyrics that you don't like. Like what specific sentence triggered you, or what about the production was off? What was off key? Like things of that nature. Like if we can go into conversation about it, cool. But if you're just saying, oh, I don't fuck with that shit.
Right. Like you said, that's you just hearing it and unhearing it. Like, oh, it ain't my kind of style, so I'm just, I ain't gonna listen to it.
Yeah, like everybody has their own type of music or own type of sound they listen to, but at the end of the day, like you can't just say that something's bad just because you don't like it.
Exactly. That's what we were talking about, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, like cause you can, for example, me and you can both listen to a 21 Savage song.
Yeah.
You could think that song is the most greatest song in the world.
Right.
I probably don't even fuck with that shit.
Right.
Just because that's it. Probably just something that I don't like. But then again, it may just be the song is not for me. And if the song ain't for me, I'll be willing to admit that. Like I said, I fuck with 21 Savage's song. Like his last album, I thought was some hard shit. Album before that, not really for me. But again, like it's all about why it wasn't for me. Like for me, it was more so of the production, and the production was just seemed like it was like mainly disposable as well as the music. Like it was here today and gone tomorrow.
Exactly.
Whereas his last album, it's like a majority of the songs you can still play today.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree with that. And they keep it going off of that. Or if you want to say nothing about that. Oh, but I say they keep going off of that. So like when you creating your projects or tapes or whatever, do you like line it up like series, or do you line it up like so you got some tapes that's here today and gone tomorrow, kind of, you know? All right.
It all depends on like what kind of concept I'm going for. So like for cartoons, I was really just making a project and leaving it at that. But after dropping it, now people are asking like, yo, when you about to drop the next one to the series? I'm like, nigga, I wasn't that wasn't even my shit. Like I wasn't even trying to like extend it. But then after like seeing the feedback that it got, Wonder came to me and was like, nigga.
Right.
And I was like, wait, bro, wait. And he was like, wait. And I was like, I know what you thinking, but wait. And he was like, nah, but my like we literally sat in the car and had like a whole almost an hour discussion as to why we should probably do it. And it's just like, I'm like, man, like I don't know. And with me, it's just like, again, like I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So when it comes to something like that, like I want to make sure like the concept of it is conveyed like the way I wanted to. And again, like I'm all for other people's interpretation, but as far as me creating it, I want to make sure that I got everything on the same playing field. That way, when it comes out, I don't have to worry about going back and trying to edit it.
Right.
Now, as far as like future projects, like my most recent projects that I've been mainly trying to do, I've mainly been trying to like make them into like series and shit like that. Like the last project I just dropped called The Storm's Approach. Like that it's essentially like a lead up until like the next project, and then the next project is a lead up into the next one. So it's like I'm trying to tie everything into each other, but at the same time still trying to like create like, I guess, concept of my own that don't pertain to like other projects, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like how Lupe Fiasco was doing with his Food and Liquor, and then like cool, like you ain't know those two tied in together until you actually sat down and listened to them.
Nah, real shit, man.
Because the titles don't say anything, you know what I'm saying? And I can't remember if he was saying anything about it at the time, but yeah, you kind of can peep it, like a lot of shit.
Yeah, like I try to make it give it a little bit of like mystery towards it, but at the same time still try to pull that person in to like still have them captivated with what's going on. So
okay. That's true. So you pick all the songs, or do you like make a bunch of songs and then like choose out of them?
Oh no, I will say I pick the songs before like the way I work is I make the track list before like I start working on anything, because the way I am is like if I make the track list and I hear a beat and I fuck with it, then I'll be like, hey yo, we might have to put this a part of this. But then Wonder hit me like, bro, like you all over the place right now. I'm like, all right. I was like, all right, quit. All right, I quit. So I mainly try to like keep everything together. Like with cartoons, we literally didn't make anything else until that track list was finished. It was there was a bunch of songs that could have went on there, but again, like we was going with a specific concept and a specific amount of songs. So it was just like, all right, we could use this song, but does it still maintain that same type of perspective we was using with these other songs? Right. So it's really like it's really difficult for me, just because, like I said, I'm a perfectionist too. So I really be trying to still make a lot of stuff, but at the same time, give it make use for the ones that I don't use. Like it's some songs on cartoons. There was some songs for cartoons that I didn't use that I end up releasing. You know what I'm saying? So,
right,
like, for instance, what was the song that was supposed to go on there? It was, I was gonna put Midnight in LA on there.
Okay, yeah, okay, that sound like.
I was shooting to put that on there, but it just didn't. It didn't really like resonate with the both of us, and it didn't really like make sense with what Cartoon was.
Right.
So we just ended up saying fuck it and putting it on Zaylist and shit. So
okay.
Yeah.
He said what?
That was a good choice. Yeah.
Bruh, like I'm telling you, like the crazy thing is, like the crazy thing about that song is I was up at like 5 a.m. cranking that shit, bro. Like it was like one of those moments where it's just like if you don't get this shit out now, it probably won't come back to you.
Exactly.
So like I literally, and it was the last song, so I woke up, finished the interlude, looked at everything, looked at the track list and was like, oh shit, this is it. I'm done. Like, I was like, oh, I'm done. Like I didn't really realize it because it's 5 a.m. So
right.
I'm like, shit, bro. All right, bet. Like, fuck it. Like, we done. Like, we got to drop this shit. And then, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was fucking with that shit. So,
yeah, that definitely is a classic. I like that. That is my favorite.
That, man.
It's my favorite.
Oh, yeah, that's a dope that shit on in LA.
Oh yeah, you did say that. In LA.
I'm telling you, bro. Like I haven't gotten to the point. Next time I go to LA, I'm gonna bump that shit. I meant to do it last year when I went to Flognog and shit. Next time I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna keep that shit in mind for next time.
I was in the Bay slapping that shit. I was in the Mustang slap. I was going over to Oakland. I had that shit.
Hey, Big Bay Area shit.
Yeah, man, that shit was dope.
That shit lit, bro.
Hell yeah, cruise like.
That motherfucker is a cruise song. You definitely.
Yeah, like most of the music I make, bro, is like for like car rides, if that makes sense. Like a lot of my shit is just like you gotta be in like a night or like in a space to listen to it. You can't just be like moving around too much because I'm trying to make sure whatever I say is like impactful and that make sure you hear it because whatever I put down on wax is meaningful. Or at least I try to make it that way. So for me, like, and of course, like all the shit we made, like Cartoons was made in my car.
Really?
Dead ass. Like Cartoons was made of like we literally made the track list, the beats, the song structures, all that shit was made in my car. This was back when I had like a 2004 Nissan, I think. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that sounds cool. Cartoons was made in the car.
Absolutely, bro. that's the inspiration for it all was that car for real.
Right. Okay, yeah. He said, "Let them Nissans. Let them Nissans." I'm trying to get a stock in that, but
Hey, get your bread, bro.
Right, hey, for real. But yeah. So what about the visuals? Like, do you plan on putting anything? Like, you got anything lined up?
Crazy that you say that. A lot of people been hitting me up about that. Like I'm really more so just like I'm just all about the music no matter who you talk to about. Like when it comes to me, like I've always been about the music, even though like I've been like writing like video treatments for certain songs here and there. Like we were planning on making a video for what was that? I think it was we was thinking about making a video for Intermission. But I think around that time, like my car had like died on me. Like that's how yo, okay. So look, I've explained this story many times too. So the cover art for Cartoons was like a real scenario. Like we literally got held up on the highway.
That's deep.
But
dead ass, like we were coming from a photo shoot and we was on what's that, 75?
Yeah.
He was over there on 75 over there going like towards Harrison and shit, right?
Okay, yeah.
So it's me, Wonder, the homie that's like doing the photo shoot with us. We coming from, I think it was like Cincinnati Mills or some shit. We riding. Right. All of a sudden my shit started. I'm like, yo, whoa. Like, I'm like, bro, and like it's done it before, but it normally happens like when I get home. So it's like it's stalling. Zell like, yo, you good? And I'm like, hell nah. So the homie was like, hey, yo, pull over. I'm like, shit, might as well. Like, mind you, we're in traffic, bro.
Right.
So I started out in the middle lane, ended up like making my way to the right lane, and we had stopped. So he was like, yo, like, so do you even, he was like, you got insurance on this car? And I'm like, nah, cause they done, I was like, yeah, but we like, it was some fucked up shit going on. I think they was like in the midst of like suspending a nigga. But so he was like, no worries. Nigga had AAA. Called AAA. We waited for about like 20 minutes. So then he looked around. He was like, hey, you know what? And he looked at, like, when he said it, I'm like, yeah, bro. So he was like, so we looking around, and I was like, yeah, bro. So we posted about a car, and he just started flicking it up.
Right. Okay.
And then ever since then, like motherfuckers was fucking with that shit, man. Like every time I tell that story, they was like, bro, this make the EP sound way more better, bro.
It do add some texture to it, add some substance.
You know what I'm saying? A little backstory to it, for real.
It do. I like that. I like that, for real.
History on. Okay.
Hell yeah.
History for real. That's a real history lesson for your ass.
Sure.
I'm dropping bombs on these niggas, boy.
Right. So how you plan on ending 2020 out? Like, you going out with a bang, or you gonna end it out?
I mean, that's up for that's up for the universe to decide, really. Like, I've mainly just been crafting shit, man. Like, I'm really, like I said, when I'm about this music, bro, I'm about this music. Like, right. I just want, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, like, anytime they mention my name, they know I got busy, period.
Exactly.
Period. Like, that's all I really care about. Like, I ain't really cared about, granted, I wanna take my music further. Granted, I wanna get the accolades and all that other shit. But when it comes down to, like, actually listening to the music and creating the music, I just want niggas to know, like, anytime they mention H20, that nigga got busy, period.
Right.
So, like, for 2020, like, I'm mainly just sticking to creating, like, more content, like you said, like, more visuals and shit, because a lot of people really been asking about it, especially for my last piece, The Storm's Approach and shit. Like, people was like, yo, like, you really should put, like, a visual to the stories that you be telling and shit like that. So I think mainly I'm gonna be focusing on that. Like, I'm even trying to, like, somewhat be like an executive producer. Like, I'm putting my hands in, like, different shit. Like, I'm working on another project of my own. I'm also working on a collaborative project with my team, La Familia Forever. Shouts out to my niggas. I'm also helping Wonder with his beat tape, along with his tape, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And just shit like that, really. Like, I'm really just trying to, like I said, I'm just trying to take this shit further every year that comes around. Like, so going into the next decade, they can see all the shit we done did. Like,
right. Hey, that's expanding. That's expanding right there. That's what you do.
Hell yeah.
That's how you master that craft. You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah,
man. Like, I just, my main thing is just staying focused, staying consistent. Like, especially with the time that we have, because before this, everybody, like I said, we was talking before, like, motherfuckers just was running around. So with this right here, it gives like artists like us a chance to, like, get the shit done. That way it ain't no excuses. Like, it ain't no excuses as to why you ain't got the shit put out, or why this ain't happening, or why you not doing this. We have the opportunity.
Now, yeah.
Had the opportunity, bro.
We got the opportunity. Like you said, everybody got the opportunity. Motherfuckers ain't even working that much. Some motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And then all this emotional shit going on. We got so much shit niggas can talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is time you can talk about anything real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This is we in a crazy time, bro. Like, a lot of this, like, beginning of January, I was not expecting for all this shit to be happening. And we already halfway into the year, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's so much shit to talk about, but at the same time, it's also about timing. Know when to talk about it. And when you do choose to talk about it, make sure it's meaningful. Because there's a lot of shit out here, bro. It's just like niggas just doing it just because it's everybody watching.
Right. Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? When niggas wasn't watching, what was you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. Niggas doing it for the wrong reason. So, like I said, like, this time, like, in this moment, niggas got to make sure whatever they doing is meaningful and that is impactful, bro.
I agree.
Impactful, man.
I agree, man. I agree. And that's, like I say, that's very wise, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't saying that. Everybody saying that.
Good
That's what
shit, man.
preach. Timing is everything, bro.
Bro, I just really be. I think it comes from the fact that I'm so logical about shit, but it's just like at the same time, like I be peeping because it's just like, bro, like so much shit like has happened. It's just like, why not talk about it?
Right.
It's like, why not give your perspective and let people know how you feel? Because this is a time where we need to like know how other people think and how other people feel. We can't just, at this point, we can't normalize being silent no more.
Nah.
You can't normalize that shit, bro. Like if you got something you feel like you need to get off your chest, get off your chest. Whether we agree or not. Like people, like I said, people ain't always gonna agree with what you do. Like we wasn't born all at the same time. We didn't grow up in the same environments. We weren't taught the same things. Like all of us didn't go to the same school and we all didn't have the same parents. So it's just like everybody gonna have their own opinion at the end of the day. It's opinions and then it's facts, bro.
Listen, man, can't say it better myself, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't say it better myself. Like it's opinions and facts. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the whole. Like I say, that's the whole thing with the Lower East Side. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just trying to get motherfuckers to come on here and be able to express some of them opinions. And you know what I'm saying? Whether or not people fuck with it or not, that's up to them. But at the end of the day, people got, you know what I'm saying, be supported and appreciated for speaking themselves. You know what I'm saying? Expressing themselves. Because that's the thing within this new society. It's frowned upon. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers stepping out of this frame, motherfuckers stepping out of the mold. Like, motherfuckers fuck with you. Like, and it's like, it's crazy because it's like, damn, can I tell my own story?
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the whole thing. Like I say, that's why I say, that's why we do these interviews. Because, you know, people who voted for you, they want to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? They want to know more about you. So that's the whole reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Like before, like I wasn't really like worried about like putting my face like in the forefront. Like not to say that I'm worried about it now. Like it was just more so of like now that people have heard the music, they want to put a face to the name. Like really, because like I said, anytime I make the music, I put it out onto the next shit. Like I don't really put that time out to really like be like, yo, what's up? This is me. This is my music. I just really be like, yo, it's the music. Like at that point. So I really now I'm really trying to get more engaged with people. Just especially like now, like when I do performances, a lot of people like to really like that personal connection. And I like that too. At first, like I wasn't really with that shit just because like even though I fuck with people, I really do hate people sometimes. But like at the same time, like like I really like to hear people's opinion about like how they feel about the music. So hell yeah.
Right. I feel it. I agree. Hate people sometimes, but love them other times. You know, it's just
for sure. Like it's always a love-hate relationship.
Right. It's a thin line. It's a thin ass line.
Thin ass line, boy.
But before we get out of here though, man, you got anything you want to say to the people who voted you, man?
I appreciate all y'all. Y'all some real ones. Y'all the real MVPs. I love y'all. What else I gotta say? Shouts out to my dog, Wonder. Shouts out all my niggas in the gang, La Familia forever. Shouts out to y'all. Shout out to Six Phones. Shout out to Armada.
Yes,
shout out to Dash. Shout out to Quest. Shout out to Obama. That's still my president. As of course, as I should say, because it's real important. Black lives do matter. All Black lives matter. Also, you know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for more shit, bro. Like I said, when I'm coming, I'm coming. I swear to you. Like, I promise. Like this next wave of shit, like I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. I can't wait for y'all to hear that shit, man.
And you know, and like I say, the best thing about this too, like I say, this ain't the last one. This is just the first one. Like you can win.
For sure. You
can win Top Artist Month. You can win it 10 months in a row. So you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that, bro.
This is the first interview. So you know what I'm saying? Hopefully there'll be plenty more, brother.
Yo, hey, also, Armada, if you don't drop again, bro, we looting your house. We looting your house. It's gonna be me, Dash, and Question. We looting your house till you drop a tape, bro. Like, and we ain't gonna take everything at once. Like, we gonna come in. You're gonna be missing like a lamp fixture and shit. And then Quest gonna come in there and take an apple or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna and then Dash gonna come in and take your leftovers, nigga. Break yourself, fool.
He's stupid. He's funny.
You know what I'm saying? But real shit though, I fuck with y'all. I appreciate this, man.
Oh hell yeah, we appreciate you too, bro. Letting us, you know what I'm saying, put your art on the website, man. Like I say, and letting people be able to get a chance to know who H2O is, because you could have declined the review, but you did. So you know what I'm saying. Did that as well.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, like I say, Brian. To the next time, man. Armani, you got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Oh man, salute to you.
Talk your shit, Armada. Let's go.
You doing your thing, man. For real, keep grinding, keep shining.
Real shit, man. Nah, I really appreciate y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all so much.
Yeah, and we damn sure gonna be in touch with you too, brother. So be on the lookout.
Absolutely. We gonna matter of fact, we gonna have to get together, bro. Cause like I said, every time I talk to Quest, we always talking about doing some shit. And every time we talk about doing some shit, it always like involves y'all. Or somehow, some way. So like we end up bringing y'all up some way, somehow. So we gonna fuck around and get some shit together.
Oh hell yeah. Like you say, right now while the time is good, while we ain't got shit to do, let's get it done.
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, for sure, man. Y'all stay safe out here, bro.
Yes, sir. Until the next time, brother.
Absolutely.
All right, peace.
Peace.